Saturday, August 21st, 2021. All right, so FCC yesterday, August 20th, I had the restaurant around on the same section, block, and lot, vector. I guess that would be sector. Well, but it includes vector because it had FCC and FAA GPS coordinates. So whatever. They had facsimile transmission. Today I had a helicopter overhead, which I caught and then I put on social media through, again, FAA and FCC coordinates. Right now, this gentleman, there's two things I want to bring up. One is I have a Turkish problem, local. I want to point out to the Turkish community elsewhere, and just confirm for them, although it was already confirmed before, but here we are. Secondly, this is just a newscaster. I don't know his name. I don't think there's any significance with him. I don't know what family he belongs to. Looks like it's some form of my lineage, but I don't know any of the names, so it's really irrelevant. I'm going off of Enigma 3, Enigma 4 for Sigma 6. So I've got, he's just reiterating what the Turkish problem, who's local, was saying. Now, when he mentions pets, P-E-T-S, part of my Turkish problem, which I don't hate Turkish people, in fact, I have a lot of relatives that are Turkish, however, there's a problem with the word. From my beautiful Russians, which are just my family member in any state that or country that they reside in. There's a problem with the pets and vets. P-E-T-S-V-E-T-S. There's a cross-lingual change. And when they do emergency service planning, they're not, the things are going in a local area, so they get more money, resource, and whatnot, they're lying about. They've been lying for a long time. And so when I hear it on the news, it drives me crazy.
Yeah, the big headline coming out of his comments, a voluntary evacuation order has been issued for Fire Island, urging everybody to get off the island today. Bellone warning people that no ferries will be running tomorrow, and it is unclear when the ferry service would resume, warning people get out of Fire Island right now. He mentioned shelters on the mainland in Suffolk County will be opening tonight to people and pets, for people who do evacuate Fire Island or for people who need them. He also mentioned that the outer beaches will close at dusk today through Sunday, reminding people that at this point it appears that Hurricane Henri will make a direct impact with Suffolk County, comparing last year's tropical storm Isaias and the wind and damage that was caused back then in the power outages. I
never even heard of that one.
650,000 power outages in Suffolk County alone to tropical storm Isaias, and connected to that storm.
I've been in Queens since, I think, 2017, 2018, whenever we lost the house, and I left Suffolk County for all of you shitbags that just fucking sit around and do nothing. Now,
Are at Timber Point that will be locked down. And
see these eyes? Every Turkish family member should know exactly what I'm talking about with these eyes. They are so obvious. He has Jason Peter Roemer eyes, which means he has Ottoman eyes, O-T-T-M-A-N. He has Ottoman Empire problems with my Turkish, Dutch, more important, weather pattern. And so now he is some kind of Suffolk County important guy, although I will notice he's wearing a golf shirt of cotton and one white button. He has no metal. He has no ferrous metal on his pheromone. If I don't have ferrous metal and pin and he's in office, we'll get our family members together one way or another at counseling over public broad area media and involving everyone. So now I got this guy who is someone else's family member, but somewhere in the white category, and he's got some kind of official symbol going on here. I don't know whose fraternal order that one is, but it's like a frat party right now with not necessarily him, because I don't know what his career was, and he hasn't really bothered me, so whatever. But the ignorance is bliss, and the insolence is a real problem. Especially considering at like Big Pharma, local white kids are dying of diabetes and not being able to get insulin. Right. It does tie into one another for all of you that are just starting to wake up and tune in. There's a Dow chemical exchange, which has to do with original chain of command and planning, and now this new hospitality and hospital business that are rumbos with all the wrong people. Mix that with the digital platform, and it's a real fucking shit show. It's like gambling casino meets gentleman's club on steroids.
But they could be difficult, they could be dangerous. It is likely.
He has the hairiest knuckles I've ever seen on any man. I didn't even know hair could grow there.
You will potentially see flooding. Almost certainly in areas you will see flooding.
That's a family trait of somebody else's family. I'm hairless.
Trees, down power lines across the island. So for their safety, and again, so that emergency personnel can do their work, we are urging people to come off Fire Island today and to evacuate the island. We do not know.
Now, as a public speaker, and as somebody who could follow directions, I'm not really upset with him necessarily, because I don't know who's directing. However, the group of family lineage that he belongs to, purposely there's a reason why they have con men, con text, and what's the other one? Because there's a convey on the oive, but for conservatory. All right, well, anyway, he's a known, recognized familial problem on the island of Long, which is where Linda came to be. He was not, that I know of, a problem because he's the correct shade of kindred, but when the eye thing and then a nose thing, which he doesn't seem to be suffering from in Ottoman, known assailants and problems in the local area, then got together and somehow reconstructed my childhood, my youth, and my ability to get to Dutch more important than this look, right, then it becomes a real serious problem for us all. And that's where we're at the moment. So this is what's local. We consider, I suppose, part of the Ottoman, not all, of the Ottoman Empire. It's inside the problematic areas, being Jason Peter Roemer 1976 and Peter Otto Roemer being 1940, maybe 7, if I had to guess. There was Sue Bailey, who he married. She had a really handsome Texan, Bailey, important, over 6 foot. But once they got to Peter, it went on importance. So they fucked up big time. Raped me. I mean, like, here's the thing. Your son is not even genetically superior enough to be in my presence. Why the fuck was he at that crazy donkey? And why did my more superior Dutch husband send me to wait for him in that local facility? For whom? For you all to fuck our world up and to fuck our lineage and our importance and our future up? I'm just curious, all area dumb, fucking useless. It's 20-something years later after the rape and the first child. And none of you have come clean or done a fucking thing important. So who do I have to rely on and speak to in the local area? No one.
Not know, as I said, what this storm will bring tomorrow. And the most important thing is we want people to be safe. We want people to be protected. That is the most important thing. And given the trajectory of the storm and what we know about it, we do not know exactly what those conditions will be like, but they could be very difficult and dangerous.
They don't even have the Suffolk symbol being displayed at the moment because that's Mike Houston's territory. He's like the one count for the one royal. That he's the one guy I would trust, even though he's like, I don't know what his problem is around here. He must be running into a Turkish problem. He's protected by Russian, so I don't know where the holdup is.
American Red Cross, working with them, and school districts partnering with the American Red Cross.
By the way, I've noticed on TV, this look with a darker skin color, by the way, is down in New Jersey. I don't know if that's part of the interference problem in a tri-state. Old MacDonald, Tiafrio, and I, we don't have that problem because our lineage does not go into this closet.
One of the other concerns, of course, with this storm is flooding. We expect storm surge that could reach as high as 5 feet in parts of the county.
This also, by the way, is tied to Ellis. ELLIS with the Ellis Island and the Lady Liberty. They are partially in the white lineage closet, and then they've got more Liberian island Lesbos ancestors that mixed in with this look, and then when you get to that shade, that's where the real problems begin.
But we do expect surge levels to cause flooding.
They like to cause a lot of problems, hence the really darkening cast of the last 20 years on New York and Long Island.
As well as being prepared for flooding. With the high winds that we can expect. Do they write these things? Because,
like, you ask, why don't I listen to the local authorities or whatever got into council member seats? Because there's nothing important coming out of his hot wind mouth. Give me a fucking Pelican brief. Give me something short, construct I can grapple with, I can symbolically attach myself to, and I can move on to more important things, and you could go do your council member, whatever the hell you do out in important Suffolk. I don't even know what their function is. It's an anchor line, it's a face, it's a name, it's supposedly a phone number, not that I have his phone number, in case of an emergency, but I know somewhere in some network they got his number. God only knows what they call themselves. Star 1978, Star 8378, Nicole Cataruza.